The National Research Institute of Cultural Heritage has restored the Rosetta Hall Korean Braille textbook, a nationally registered cultural property and a pioneering resource for the visually impaired in Korea, created by American missionary Rosetta Sherwood Hall in 1897.
국립문화유산연구원이 로제타 홀 한글 점자 교재의 보존 처리 작업을 마무리했다고 밝혔습니다. 이 교재는 국가등록 문화유산이자 한국시각장애인 학습의 선구적 자료로 미국인 선교사 로제타 셔워드 홀이 1897년에 만든 것입니다.
Yeah. So if you're curious, Rosetta Hall was an American missionary and educator and founded the Pyongyang Women's School back in 1890, and she's known as the first person to invent Korean Braille. And she made other contributions as well, but this Rosetta Hall Korean Braille textbook was actually developed by her based on this 4-dot New York Braille system. And what she did was she transcribed parts of the Chohak Onmun, which is a Korean learning book from Peje School.
Right.
And this textbook, obviously, it's very old. It was made by puncturing thick oil-treated paper with a needle, but it's been, through the times, its binding has been broken, folded, and torn pages. There's been significant wear, so there's been an effort to restore this book, and now it's been restored, it's preserved, and it's at the Daegu University Museum.
Wow, it's really interesting because, of course, Braille itself was developed by Braille, Louis Braille, in, I think it was the early 1800s. And then, of course, by the late 1800s, we have this American missionary in Korea saying, we need this in a different language, in Korean.
Yes.
And so they developed that. All right, 그 Braille이라고 하는 게 점자가 되겠죠. 그래서 이 로제타 홀 한글 점자 교재가 보존 처리됐다. 그 작업이 시간이 좀 걸렸는데 이제 마무리됐다고 합니다. So what's a pioneering thing, or who's a pioneering person?
Yeah. You would describe Rosetta Hall as a pioneer.
Yeah.
And if something is pioneering, that means they're the first to do something, right? Often in a new area. They're an innovator with breaking new ground.
Pioneer, 선구자. Pioneering, 선구적인. So in this case, we're looking at the pioneering resource for the visually impaired, which is the Rosetta Hall Korean Braille textbook. So this book is for the visually impaired?
Yeah. So the visually impaired are people that don't have the ability to see, and that includes partial vision loss to complete blindness as well, right?
So if you can't hear properly, then would you be
Hearing impaired.
hearing impaired?
Yes. So these are euphemisms for other terms to describe people with these impairments. Right?
Okay. 자, 그래서 visually impaired라는 것은 이제 시각 장애가 있는이라는 뜻이 되겠죠. 근데 이게 또 명사로 쓸 수 있습니다. The visually impaired.
Exactly.
그러면은 시각 장애인이 됩니다. 여기서 그렇게 쓴 거죠. The visually impaired. 이렇게. 자, 그럼 다시 한번 읽어볼게요. The National Research Institute of Cultural Heritage has restored the Rosetta Hall Korean Braille textbook, a nationally registered cultural property and a pioneering resource for the visually impaired in Korea, created by American missionary Rosetta Sherwood Hall in 1897. Let's move on to the next headline.
A growing number of young consumers in their 20s and 30s are opting for car rentals over ownership to minimize the financial and logistical burdens of vehicle depreciation, insurance, and upfront costs, according to industry sources.
업계 자료에 따르면 최근 20, 30대 젊은 소비자층에서 자동차를 자산으로 소유하기보다 빌려 쓰는 경우가 많아지는 것으로 나타났습니다. 이는 차를 사면서 발생하는 보험료, 차량 가치 하락, 초기 비용 등 재정상 및 관리상 부담을 최소화하기 위한 전략으로 풀이됩니다. This is actually quite common in North America for people to buy second-hand cars or, I guess, rent out cars rather than buy a brand new car because of depreciation.
Especially for your first car.
Yeah,
A lot of, for your first car, you'll buy a used car oftentimes. But judging by the data from the industry here, the number of people in their 20s and 30s in terms of the share of new car purchases, in terms of all purchases, only comprised about 6% and 19%. Respectively, meaning that younger people are not really choosing to purchase cars outright, right? And it sort of reflects a shift to minimize sort of these tangible costs associated with car ownership, right? Things like insurance, premiums, the moment you buy a car, it depreciates immediately as well. So, there could be a bigger sort of reflection of the economic situation for youngsters as well. But and also there's a shift for more eco-friendly cars. So the technology in cars are changing as well. My father-in-law says our next car purchase should be an EV, an electric vehicle, but who knows where the technology will go in the next 5 or 10 years, right?
Maybe flying cars?
Flying cars, who knows? I don't know. We don't know. That's the thing. Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of young people in their 20s and 30s are opting for car rentals. Opt for.
OPT. To opt for something means to choose or to decide something.
Not APT.
Not APT, no.
OPT. 이거는요. 고른다라는 뜻이 있습니다. 그래서 선택한다. People are opting for car rentals. 차량을 빌려 쓰는 거, 렌탈을 선택하는 거죠. 뭐 대신에 rather than buying cars, people are opting for renting out cars or car rentals.
Think of the word option, right? Option has OPT. And speaking of APT, apt is also a different word, right?
Yeah.
It's something that's fitting.
Exactly. 그래요. 자, 그 다음에는 이제 여기 logistical burdens 이런 단어도 나오는데 logistical 그러면은 뭐 이 경우에는 관리상의 어려움을 얘기하고 있겠지만 보통 운반, 물류와 관련된 단어이기 때문에 이제 그런 운반을 하는 회사 이름에 logistics가 들어가는 경우가 많이 있죠.
Right. So when we're talking about cars, think things like just the upkeep in having a car.
맞습니다. Depreciation이라고 하면은 it's the value going down, 가치 하락이고요. The opposite is appreciation, which is when the value goes up. For most cars, the moment you buy it, it depreciates.
Yes.
However, I guess some classic cars from way back in the day, rare cars, their value can go up, but it's not common.
Right. You're talking about vintage cars. The cars that are really, really old.
Yeah, exactly. But most of the time, the moment you buy a new car, like the day after, it's not going to cost as much.
Not even the day after. I think the moment it drives off the lot.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So I guess people in their 20s and 30s are just being very smart about it.
Yeah.
And they're thinking, okay, why spend all that money? Because cars are not cheap.
Yeah.
Why not just rent?
And if you live in a city like Seoul, you have so many other options like public transportation, right?
Exactly. The upfront cost can be a burden as well.
Yeah, upfront. It's one word, UPFRONT. It's the money that you pay at the beginning of something before any sort of ongoing or future costs.
선불로 지급할 때 upfront cost를 지불한다라고 얘기합니다. upfront라는 게 먼저 앞서서 다 한다 이런 뜻이 있기 때문에 어떤 초기 비용의 의미로 upfront costs를 얘기할 수 있겠죠. All right, well, let me read it again. A growing number of young consumers in their 20s and 30s are opting for car rentals over ownership to minimize the financial and logistical burdens of vehicle depreciation, insurance, and upfront costs, according to industry sources. Let's move on to the final headline.
A 22-year-old man from the U.S. state of Virginia has completed more than 12,400 pull-ups in 24 hours during a live-streamed event at a local gym, potentially setting a new Guinness World Record.
미국 버지니아주의 한 22세 남성이 지역 체육관에서 생중계된 이벤트에서 24시간 동안 12,400개 이상의 턱걸이를 해내 기네스 세계 기록 경신이 거의 확실시되고 있습니다.
Wow.
How does this happen? What? Okay, tell us what happened.
Yeah, so I did the calculation. This
Yeah.
gentleman, Xavier Dillard from Harrisonburg, did 12,412 pull-ups over a 24-hour span. He streamed this over YouTube. He's a CrossFit, athlete here.
Okay.
And I did the calculation. So 12,400 in 24 hours comes to about 500 pull-ups per hour, which is quite remarkable.
It's a lot, but surely you must have had breaks, toilet breaks and things like that.
Well, I don't think it was continuous,
Okay.
obviously. He's not hanging on the bar
Right,
for 24 straight hours, but he just completed these pull-ups. Guinness is reviewing the footage, this video footage, to certify it because it's not officially a world record as of yet.
see.
The previous record holder was from Mexico, and Mr. Dillard here surpassed the previous record, allegedly so far, by less than 100 here. So he decided to do this about 3 years ago. He began training from his gym, starting off with 4 sets of 12, and that increased to more than 12,000. Wow.
There's a picture of him, of course, with the news articles online, and you can see that he has a very clear six-pack.
Yeah.
Abs.
I imagine so.
He
Some
must have.
lat muscles as well, I'm sure.
그렇습니다.
Yeah.
자, 그래요. 그래서 기존에 있었던 그 기록이 얼마 되지도 않았어요. 1월에 세워졌는데 멕시코의 남성이었던 것 같아요. 엔리케 사파타가 12,350개를 24시간에 했는데 이번에 이제 영상을 찍은 자비에 자비에 딜러드는 그거보다 67개나 많은 폴업스를 한 것으로 이제 그렇게 알려져 있습니다. 영상이 다 남아있기 때문에 그걸 지금 기네스 측에서 리뷰를 하고 있고요. 여기 인정이 되면 세계 기록이 됩니다.
Now, I will say this. I need to see the video as well because if you do CrossFit,
Yeah.
the way you do pull-ups are a little different because you have strict pull-ups where you actually just go up and down. But CrossFit uses a technique called kipping. And I think Koreans will know 배치기.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a little technique involved to do these pull-ups. So
okay.
he may have done them that way. I haven't seen the video, but my hunch is that's the way he did it.
Well, that'll have to be reviewed as well.
Right,
Yeah,
but
okay.
but either way, it's
Yeah.
still a remarkable
It
feat.
is,
Yeah.
definitely. All right, this was a live streamed event.
Yeah, obviously this is a recent sort of term.
Yeah.
If something's live streamed, that means it's broadcast live over the internet usually as it's happening.
Exactly. Morning Special is live streamed Monday through Thursday. 그래서 인터넷으로 실시간 방송이 되는 것을 라이브 스트리밍이 된다라고 하고요. 우리는 이제 흔히 OTT 사이트라고 하는 것들을 영어에서는 streaming sites라고 합니다.
Yeah. And I know a lot of the OTT companies are getting into live streaming
Right.
for things like sporting events, but also the BTS concert, remember? That was
그렇죠.
live streamed as well.
네, 라이브가 빠지면은 그렇게 인터넷으로 방송이 된다. 우리가 이제 자주 보는 TV 프로그램, 뭐 영화들 그런 뭐 땡플릭스 이런 데가 다 이제 스트리밍 사이트죠. 근데 라이브 생방송으로 할 때는 라이브 스트리밍. 그렇지 않으면 그냥 스트리밍 이렇게 말하는데 그게 이제 기존 방송이랑 다른 것은 인터넷을 통해서 그런다. 이럴 때만 쓰는 표현이고요. 자, 그다음에는 potentially something.
Yeah, if something is potentially something, that means it's possibly something. There's a chance of something happening in the future.
그래요. 잠재적으로 뭐뭐하다. Potentially this could be a new world record. 그래서 아직은 그 검토 단계에 있지만 이게 이제 세계 신기록이 될 수도 있습니다. Potentially. 그래서 someone could potentially be the greatest actor of all time, or you know,
You could potentially be president when you grow up.
yeah, exactly. 어떤 그 잠재성을 얘기할 때, you could potentially do something or be something 이렇게 표현할 수 있겠죠? Right. 다시 읽어보겠습니다. A 22-year-old man from the U.S. state of Virginia has completed more than 12,400 pull-ups in 24 hours during a live-streamed event at a local gym, potentially setting a new Guinness World Record. Well, that's it for the headlines this morning.